Well, hey everybody, it's me, Mitch. What I want to do today is just a short little video to show you how I deal with ground beef. How I freeze it, prepare it, make it easy, keep me in ready to go hamburger for a couple of weeks. And what I do is I buy these 80/20 ground chuck at Sam's Club. They come in 10-pound tubes. And the neat thing about these tubes is it makes it really easy to portion out. Now, for me, a portion of hamburger is about 1.25 pounds, which means I can get 8 portions out of this thing. If you want smaller portions, you just do what I'm doing here, but chop it up into smaller pieces. Then I use these cheap Ziploc quart size. They're not even freezer bags and there's no sense vacuum sealing something that you know you're going to use within the next 2 weeks. So I just use these regular old storage bags, and I'll show you how I do that. So I'm going to need, because I'm going to keep one serving out, I'm not going to freeze it for the next time I need hamburger. So I need 7 of these bags. So I take 7 of these bags and I open them up. That's 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to be careful with these things. You don't open them with too much vigor. 6 and 7. And then you get yourself a big knife. And I think I'm going to just sharpen this just a little bit here. You do want a sharp knife when you do this. There you go. And this has got the nice plastic sleeve on it, and I leave it on. So basically what I do is I find the midway point in this thing, and I can eyeball this, and I cut this sleeve in half. Then I match the 2 halves up. Well, I almost did it. Close but no cigar. So what I'll do is I'll make this one a little bigger. Actually, what I'll do is just, sorry guys, I'll cut this one in half, whether it's 1 pound or 1.25 pounds, and I'll cut it in half again, and I'll cut it in half again. And that gives me these things. They're all wrapped up nice. And then I take and I put it in the bag. Now sometimes I find it easier to actually take the sleeve off now. Make it into kind of a football shape thing. Stick it in the bag. Push it down in the bottom. As you can see, what I'm doing here is I push it down and try to squeeze as much of it down into the bottom of the bag as I can. Push it down, zip it up almost all the way, and then push the air out of it, squish it hard, and just roll it like this. And when you've rolled it on top of the seal, you go ahead and finish sealing it. Now you've got something you can put in the freezer that doesn't have much air on it. So I will do this for these 7 things that I want to store. Sometimes you got to coax this plastic off a little bit. That's why a sharp knife is good. It's not real graceful, but it's quick. You know, in 5 or 10 minutes, you've got your ground beef ready in serving size portions, all prepared for the freezer. And that's all there is to it. And every couple of weeks, 2.5 weeks, because I eat ground beef like every other day, I go ahead, buy another one of these 10-pound things from Sam's Club. Now you can use any burger, but getting them in tubes like this has just made it real easy. You don't have to weigh it, you don't have to prep it. You're going to be pretty close. You're going to be pretty close on your measurements. And that's it. Just a simple little trick. Kind of a no-brainer. But I found that I never get any freezer burn because I've gotten most of the air out of the bag. And I find if I zip it up almost all the way before I roll it, then it's real easy when you get it over to this point to just finish sealing it up. Then you just take these and push them flat. They stack up very nice, and into the freezer they go. And you're set. Night before you want to use the burger, pull one of those out, throw it in the refrigerator, and you're good to go. So let's just do this last one here. Cut that in half. Cut this one in half. Again, you want a sharp knife. That makes it much easier. So you get relatively equal portion sizes. And if you really want to be exact, you could measure it before you cut it, but that's too more accurate than I want to be. So that's it. So we'll just get these last 4 done, and I won't make you sit through that. So thanks for watching. Take the rest of the day off and eat meat.